What's up, everybody? This is Coach Jason coming to you live inside the rack. In this video, I have 5 bench press setup tips that I'm going to reveal for you. We're going to jump right into it. The first tip is that you want to retract your scapula. Your scapula is your shoulder blades. Retracting them means pinching them together. So you want to pinch your shoulder blades together. Think that somebody is holding a pencil in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to trap it and hold it there. That's a good cue to use. The second tip also has to do with the scapula. You want to depress your scapula. So with it retracted, you want to depress it. So retracted and depressed. Think of trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. You want your middle and upper back to be super tight, and this will help accomplish that. The third tip has to do with your grip when you grab the bar. So if this was the bar, and we got our grip, our shoulder blades are retracted and depressed. Now what you want to do is externally rotate at the shoulder joint. I cue using your pinkies, and you want to rotate towards your pinkies. So if I just grab the bar like this, watch my elbows as I externally rotate. I'll do it one more time. So if I'm just grabbing it, now I rotate towards the pinkies. You see how I get that external rotation at the shoulder joint? These 3 tips really help protect the shoulder, and they help your middle and upper back to be really, really tight, to give you a nice stable platform to press off of. Now the fourth tip, and this is kind of a next level, intermediate, late intermediate tip, is to load the hips. Now not too many coaches talk about this, but a lot of people will bench with anterior pelvic tilt. So as they're on the bench, they kind of have an anterior pelvic tilt going on. So when they initiate leg drive, all it does is push their butt up off of the bench. So in order to have your leg drive push into your torso and your upper body to slide you across the bench, you need to load the hips. So the way that we load the hips is we're going to swing up behind the barbell, breathe and brace, and then swing down into it. I'll show this from a side angle as well, but here's what it looks like from the front. So I'm going to lay down under the bar. I'm going to get my grip. I'm externally rotating. I'm going to swing up behind the bar. I'm going to breathe and brace. Swing down in. Now I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades together, depress them, and I'm kind of doing a straight arm pull down to pull myself up towards the bar. And right there, my hips should be nice and level, nice and loaded. Now the last tip kind of goes along with this. So after we load the hips, after we do that straight arm pull up to kind of pull ourselves back under the bar, we want to walk our scapulas down the bench towards our feet. This is going to make us even tighter. This is also going to keep your arch tighter, and it's also going to lift you up onto your traps and get you off of your scapulas. Part of the function of your scapulas, when you extend your arms, the scapulas need to rotate. So if you're laying on your scapulas, it's hard to rotate when you press away from you. So if you can get up on your traps, then your scapulas are free to rotate. So an additional tip is to make sure that you're centered on the bench. If you're not centered on the bench, then this whole process could go haywire. Another little extra tip I'll add is I generally line up with my bottom lip or my chin directly underneath the bar. It makes the unrack a lot easier. So I'll pull myself up, breathe and brace, slide down in, do a straight arm pull up to pull myself into position, walk my scaps down the bench, and from here I'll lift up, and when I set my butt down, it brings the bar out of the rack.